Hey guys, welcome back to another video. I'm back with another video. And I'm rocking my curly hair like the last video. I'm wearing my lips, my titties. That's really bad. That's a really bad saying, but yeah, wearing this top. I love it. I got it from New Look. Again, not sponsored. I don't know why I'm talking about what I'm wearing. No one really cares because like beneath that I'm wearing my pajamas, trousers. But yeah, anyway, this video, I've ranted long enough, is going to be about my experience. Black girl not living, why I keep saying living? Black girl being in Malaysia and Indonesia. And I've already done my Korea one and black girl living in Singapore. And this one is kind of like me talking about Malaysia because I've been to Malaysia like 5 times. Two of the times that I went there was kind of like on a shopping spree kind of thing. I went there for like a bit just to shop, and then I went back to Singapore, and then I went to Bali obviously for like 5 days, which wasn't too long for me to even like say I built like a whole impression of the country, especially because I only went to one island in entire Indonesia. And I was there for 5 days, only 5 days, and most of that was Nepi Day. And if you don't know, like Nepi Day is kind of like a local religious holiday where like you're not allowed to leave the house, like you're not allowed to leave your house like at all. You're not supposed to make a lot of noise, and if you do leave the place, police will come arrest you, take you away and lock you up and throw away the key. I'm joking. No. They just say, yeah, you're not allowed to leave, and we respected that, so we stayed home like for like a whole day. I think my friends went around like the same time as well, and they said they stayed in for like 2 days, and I stayed in for like the whole day, and it was horrible because I don't like being restricted. This is why this coronavirus is like stressing me out to the point I'm about to yank off my wig. But we won't because she cute or whatever. But yeah, so went on Nepi Day and it was great. Like, I'm gonna start off with Indonesia because it's kind of like shorter. But yeah, so in Nepi Day, like Nepi Day was fine. We didn't have food, but like there's something much to talk about Nepi Day and me being black. I just went there and I saw a lot of the floats and parades, and I was like, oh my gosh, this reminds me of like, you know, Easter in Sierra Leone or Christmas in Sierra Leone where they have like, you know, the masquerades and the floats. And I was like, oh shit, that reminds me back home. If you're Sierra Leone, pop it down if you know what I'm talking about. But that's another thing. And then obviously there's the whole aspect of like me being black. So like again, there wasn't a lot of black people. Like I don't even think I saw any black people when I went to Bali. Like it was just me. Like I saw some people from Singapore, but they were like all Singaporeans. It was just me. And then my friends that went to Bali, I think the black ones didn't go the same time that I went to Bali, so obviously I didn't see any black people then, but I really did not see any black people. Like it was just me. And again, they were really welcoming. Like no, like compared to like the other countries like Malaysia, Singapore, Korea, like I don't think they made a huge fuss about my color or how I look or my hair, because I was actually wearing this wig. I'll slap some pictures down and show you how snatched we look. And there was a time where like we went to the beach in Bali, and Sylvia was being stubborn because I told her, I was like, girl, we're going into the water, do you want to take glasses off? And homegirl was like, nah. It's like another side note. It's like, nah, I don't want to. I can't see, I'm blind. And I was like, okay, like we'll just try to keep your glasses on your face then. 13 minutes after I said that, I'm not exaggerating, 13 minutes after I said that, the wave came and washed away her glasses, and we never saw it again. And luckily for her, she brought prescription sunglasses which she was using to see, but other than that, she was just blind the whole time. So bless her poor cotton socks. Like I was trying to get her to go back to like where we kept our stuff in the, like on the sand in the beach, And we saw this guy. He looked like a Samoan, Polynesian, Southeast Asian god. Oh, hunty. He was fine as hell. He was big. He was muscular. He was good looking. Like, oh honey, if you still out there, remember me, 079 my ass. Like, we still single, looking to mingle. But oh shit, I'm talking a lot about this guy. But yeah, he was really handsome, and I saw him and I was like, yo Sylvia, I know you can't see, but look at that big figure over there. And then she was like, oh my gosh, yeah, he looks very muscular, he looks very attractive. Obviously because you're gonna see features, but I was like, I was seeing and I liked what I saw. And then so like I was like, imagine, it looks so weird, 'cause I was like, I'm a black girl dragging some smaller Asian girl out of the ocean. I looked like I was kidnapping her, but I was actually taking her back to herself because she couldn't see. And then as soon as I was like dragging Sylvia out of the ocean, we see like Samoan God approaching me. And I was like, oh shit, I was like, Sylvia. She's like, yeah, what's going on? Because, you know, she couldn't see, she's blind. She was like, oh my gosh. What she said, she was like, oh my gosh. I was like, oh my gosh. Samoan God's approaching. And then she was like, really? And I was like, yeah. Like, I shit you not, guys. This guy approached me. I was like, hey mama, how you doing, with a deep ass voice? You was asking me where I'm from, what I'm doing, what my name is, if I wanted to go out partying with him. And I'm just like, not today, because I had my friend. But I was so close to going, and I even told Sylvia, I was like, god damn Sylvia, if I wasn't babysitting you, I would have followed this stranger to the ends of the earth. Could have kidnapped me, but it was okay. It would have been worth it. Malaysia was different. So like, I remember like when I went to Kuala Lumpur, like it was my last day in Kuala Lumpur. I was ready to go home. I was waiting for my Grab. I mentioned Grab before. Grab is like Southeast Asian taxis. And I'm waiting for my Grab now. I'm tired as hell because I went partying the night before. I only got back at like 4. So I was exhausted, and it was like 7, 8, and I needed to go catch my coach to go back to Singapore, and I was super tired, super exhausted. And there was this couple, again with the couples, man, and they were taking pictures like tourists. They were pointing, they were oohs and ahsing, and they were being really bait. It's like, it was very obvious they're staring at me. It was very obvious they were taking pictures of me, because they were like, oh, look at that, but only taking pictures of me. Like, oh, look at that. And I'm just like, bro, what are you doing? It got to a point where like they were really obvious, and they were kind of getting closer and closer and closer. And I was like, what you gotta do, as long as you don't approach me or whatever. But then they go approach me, and I'm just like, strangers, stranger danger. And that is not a concept in my brain, because they approached me and they were like, they obviously knew that I knew they were taking pictures of me. They knew that I knew that they were staring at me. So they're like, okay, charades up, we give up, hands up, okay, we can't, we guilty, oh, yo, we're guilty. And they were like, homegirl, you look so cute, you're pretty, and we like your hair. And I was like, of course you did. I had my grey braids on, and I slapped some pictures somewhere. They were like, we like your hair, and can we take pictures of you? Just your hair. I was like, alright, cool. So I turned around, like showed them the braids, just in case, you know, they had like some braid lady that was gonna do their hair for them. So I was like, alright, take a picture this way, that way. And the wife was like, can I get into the picture? And I was like, sure. So I'm here like out with the wifey, be like, and the husband was like, me too. And I was like, okay, come here. And I was like, I did like a group picture, so I'm like, get in here, both of you crazy too, got in there. And it was weird because they got to the point where they were like, oh yeah, turn around and pose, turn around, Nelly, pose like this, pose like that, do this, do that, do this and that and that and this and this and that. And I was like, gosh, what is this, a modeling shoot? Like, God, I'm not even paid. And I was like, where the hell is my Grab? And it was weird because that was the longest I had to wait for a Grab in Asia, like, ever. And it was like 13 minutes, and so much happened at 13 minutes, and I was begging for the Grab driver to come because I was so tired and I wanted to go back to Singapore. And yeah, but it was really good though. I really enjoyed Malaysia, and then I realized like Malaysia was like weird as well because like this is my first experience of Malaysia before I even explored and traveled to Malaysia. So I was coming from Korea to go to Singapore. I had like a layover in Kuala Lumpur and the Kuala Lumpur airport, and I was like, oh shit, I'm running low on concealer, makeup. I didn't really bring a lot, but you know what, I'll buy some at the Mac store in the Kuala Lumpur airport because I was like, I'm here anyway, might as well just like buy it. I was like, excuse me, can I get a MAC concealer NW50 please? By the way, MAC, if you want to sponsor me, sponsor me. This video is not sponsored, by the way, but if you do want to sponsor me, MAC, you know what to do. I was like, can I get a MAC concealer please, NW50? That's my skin tone. I'm a walnut shade, if you can't tell. And then they were like, okay, we're not sure if we have that, but let's go see what we have. So they went into the back now, and he comes back and be like, I'm sorry ma'am, we don't have it in that shade, but we do have it in NW30. Are you dumb? I was like, what? They're like, yeah, we only have it in NW50, sorry. And I'm just like, what am I gonna do with that? That's like 20 shades lighter than my skin color. I'm not even joking. That's what they said. They said they had NW30 and I'm NW50. And I was like, it's just like, you still want it? I was like, to do what? To conceal what? My teeth? Like, what? I was so confused. I was like, nah, thank you. And they did not have anything in my skin tone, but I did find makeup when I went to Pavilion. This was like a week after I lost my purse, and again, mentioned that in my previous video, I lost my purse in Singapore, and I went to Malaysia, I went to Kuala Lumpur, and I went to like Pavilion. I saw like the MAC store, and I bought some more makeup, more powder, just to replace my makeup that I had lost in my purse. But yeah. But anyway, like, again, in Malaysia, like, it was really nice. Like, I went clubbing, and there's a lot of people who were trying to, like, you know, grab. People got really handsy. I went in, there was this one guy that got his Instagram, and, like, we were dancing. I thought it was really cute. Because I went to Malaysia by myself. Like, Kuala Lumpur, I went to Kuala Lumpur by myself. I wanted some time to have, like, some R&R, just to rest and recuperate. And I went clubbing. That's not what you do when you're going for an R&R, but I was like, okay, fuck it, because my friend Randall, he's like, oh yeah, go to this club, it's really calm. And I was like, alright, calm. Had my drinks, it was really cheap, got really cheap drinks, and I met this guy, and he was like, oh my gosh, you're a good dancer, can we dance together? And I was like, okay, cool. So I'm out here, like, you know, grinding on it, like, you know, we're throwing it back and back and back and back and back and back and back, and it was yeah, it was like, you know, as one does in the club. And this one guy, he comes to me now, and he was begging it way too much, and that's my biggest turn off, when people like try too hard. And I was like, I'm not really down for dancing with you. Like, you're trying too hard, I'm not interested, I'm not feeling it. But you kind of give up a creepy vibe. You're giving up a creepy vibe, okay? Like, just chill. And then he followed me around the club like all night. Like, I left at like 3. He followed me around all night. All the time. He was like, do you wanna dance with me? Do you wanna dance? Can you dance? Do you wanna dance? Do you wanna dance? Do you wanna dance? I was like, no. And it got to the point where he was like following to the bar, so I was like, oh, can I buy you a drink? Can I buy you a drink? Drink. And again, my inner gold digger could have said yes, but I was like, he's so creepy, he's so weird. Like, I don't want him to buy me a drink, and then now I have to feel like he owes me shit, and then he's gonna start stalking me. So I was just like, you wanna drink? You wanna drink? You wanna drink? No. So that happened, and then I was like, you know what, like, honestly, dude, like, you're doing too much, you're trying too hard, I'm not interested, I don't want to. And then he'll follow me around the club and it's like pinching my butt, grabbing my butt and touching my butt, and I was like really annoyed. I was so upset. And towards the end, when I was about to leave, like, I had to have my hands against my ass like this, well, like this, and then just to cover my butt. And there was one time, and I had nails on it, so this one time that he did grab me, and I got so frustrated and so pissed off, because I feel like it didn't happen to anyone. And a lot of my Malaysian female friends as well, like, yeah, that doesn't really happen like all the time, like, whatever. But I was like, yeah, so like, I was so pissed off. Like, I felt his hand grab me, and obviously my hands were there, so I just dug my nails into his hands and clawed at it, because I'm just like not today. I was so pissed off. And then even when I was like leaving, like he still managed to squeeze in like one pinch, and I was like, "Ugh, you're so creepy." And I left and took a grab and I went to my hotel and I fell asleep, and I was like, nah, I don't want to go clubbing by myself in Malaysia ever again, because it just felt weird. But it was a good experience. So like the club was really lit, the club was really popping, and it's called Six, SIXX. If anyone wants to go in Kuala Lumpur, like it's actually really popping. Like I like it. It's a hip hop club. It's one of the most ratchet places I've been to in Asia. And would I go to Six again? Defo. Would I go myself again? Probably not, because I did not enjoy being raped. But anyway, guys, this was my experience being a black girl in Malaysia and Indonesia, specifically Bali. Please feel free to like, share and subscribe to this channel, and I'll be back again next week. And if you know anyone who's interested in going to, like, you know, Bali, Malaysia, Singapore, Korea, then tell them to watch my videos. And if you don't know anyone, just tell them to watch my videos anyway, because it's going to be fun and just have a laugh. But yeah, that is a wrap, and zoo.